popular cashback credit cards. One big question: which one really delivers? On the left, the Citi Custom Cash, built to adapt to your spending and give you up to 5% back. And on the right, the Costco Anywhere Visa, designed for members seeking top rewards at Costco and beyond. Let's skip the buzzwords and get to the real stuff. Each category earns points, and at the end, you'll see exactly who comes out on top. The result might not be what you expect.
Okay, before we really get cooking, let me lay out everything we're going to compare. Here's our mind map. First up, rewards structure. Then we'll hit annual fee, welcome offer, flexibility, foreign transaction fees, extra perks and protections, and finally, redemption and payout. And yes, I promise I'll keep it real if anything gets weird in any category.
So let's kick things off with the reward structure, which honestly is where these cards start showing their true colors. The Citi Custom Cash, this card's thing is that it automatically gives you 5% back on whichever eligible category you spend the most on every billing cycle. There's like 10 kinds they consider. Stuff like restaurants, gas, groceries, travel, and even things like fitness clubs and live events. That auto switch is super handy if your spending jumps around. The catch? That 5% rate only lasts for up to $500 in that category each month. Then it drops to just 1%, and anything outside your top category gets 1%. So it's, not super generous if you're not optimizing. Now for the Costco Anywhere Visa. This one's kind of the definition of straightforward. You get 4% back on eligible gas and EV charging until you hit $7,000 for the year, then it drops to 1%. 3% on restaurants and eligible travel, 2% at Costco and Costco.com, and 1% everywhere else. You don't have to worry about categories changing on you or remembering to activate anything. It just does its thing. Of course, you only get 2% at Costco, which, I mean, you'd expect more, right? And you do need to be a Costco member to even get this card. Anyway, both have their strengths, but honestly, Costco's card nails consistency across a bunch of big categories and takes the win here. Next up, annual fees. Everybody hates surprise costs, so this is a biggie. With the Citi Custom Cash, good news, it's got 0 annual fee, period. Seriously, nothing to stress about here. The Costco Anywhere Visa, technically, it also has no annual fee, but here's the rub. You need an active Costco membership to even use it, and that membership runs at least $60 a year, maybe more. If you're already paying for Costco, this won't hurt, but if you're not, it's kinda a stealth fee. So Citi Custom Cash takes this round hands down. Now, let's talk welcome offer, and you know what? This one's a quick round. Custom Cash actually does throw you a bone. $200 cash back after you spend $1,500 in the first 6 months. And that comes as thank you points. Not bad at all, especially for a no annual fee card. Costco Visa, yeah, typically no sign-up bonus at all. Nada. So if you're into chasing that upfront reward, Citi Custom Cash wins again. Oh, and here's something cool I just realized. Did you know that even though the Costco Visa touts 4% on gas, you can outdo it with the Custom Cash if gas is your top category that month? That's 5% back. Pretty sweet if you drive a ton, right? How about flexibility? Honestly, this is where some folks get genuinely excited, or kind of annoyed. Citi Custom Cash will automatically pick the highest category for your big 5% return. And you've got 10 options. So if your spending is all over the place, dining out one month, heavy on gas next, you can really play the system. The only quirk? You get the boosted rate on just one category each month. Still, that's way more strategic than most cards. Costco Visa's just simple. No switching, no tracking, fixed categories. If you have a steady routine with lots of Costco and gas, you won't even notice. But if your life or spending changes a lot, you're kind of locked in. Gotta say, Citi Custom Cash edges out here. All right, this one matters, especially if you travel overseas or shop online internationally. The Citi Custom Cash, it's pretty rough. There's a 3% foreign transaction fee, so not great if you're hopping borders. The Costco Anywhere Visa, though, no foreign transaction fees at all. That's a huge difference if you travel, seriously. So, if you're international, Costco is the clear winner on this front. Extra perks and protections. Okay, honestly, neither card is exactly blowing the doors off here, but let's compare. Custom Cash gives you the MasterCard World Elite Basics, some entertainment perks, like pre-sale access to shows, ID theft protection, and $0 liability for unauthorized charges. Decent, but not much luxury stuff. Costco Visa, on the other hand, has some solid travel extras. Citi Concierge, car rental and travel accident insurance. Still, neither is packing cell phone insurance or airport lounge access. So yeah, it's pretty much a tie. Last up, redemption and payout. And here's where things can get oddly complicated, or honestly, super easy. With Citi Custom Cash, you can redeem your thank you points as regular cash back, gift cards, or travel bookings. There's even an extra bonus going on. You get 4% more if you book travel through their portal, and that lasts through June 2026. But the points aren't quite as flexible as, say, Chase or Amex, just so you're aware. Costco Visa is almost too simple. Your rewards get issued once a year as a certificate, and you gotta bring it to a Costco warehouse to spend. Annual payout only, no instant redemption. So, a bit old school. For pure versatility, Citi Custom Cash scores higher. So, picture this. If you slap all these categories on a radar chart, you'd see Custom Cash cleaning up in flexibility, annual fees, and welcome offers, while Costco roars ahead on international perks and predictability. But really, each card's shape is sorta unique based on what you spend on. So, let's wrap it up and keep it real. Citi Custom Cash is the go-to for anyone who wants flexible, solid rewards and doesn't want to pay an annual fee, especially if your spending changes from month to month. Costco Visa, though, it's killer for gas, travel, and of course, the true Costco believers out there. If that sounds like your usual, it can totally pay off. Just remember, you gotta keep up your membership. That's it from me. But hey, if you want to really maximize rewards or figure out which card fits your wallet, just drop your questions below. Or tell me how you usually spend. Honestly, I love helping people squeeze out every last dollar in 2025. Let's